Art is a small word that holds a lot inside. Art, as normal people would think, is only on papers and screens, and maybe even statuettes, or gigantic statues. But that is not true. It goes beyond. Art can be found in the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we dress ourselves, and of course, so many other things I can't list it all. But there is one type of art that we can find on paper that is very important. Concept art. Concept art allows people to kind of make a copy draft before the final product to see if it fits right before finishing it all. Let's say if I were to make a character, I would probably want them to be slim, or maybe I'd want them to be muscular. Well, it's important in that fashion that we have a concept art before the actual final art. Because most of the time, when people draw, they don't really give themselves the time to make a copy draft before. Everyone should, or at least everyone experienced enough to care about it. If you don't care, then it's your thing, you don't. But those who care, like me, will most of the time do a concept art before making anything. Before making a place, before making a character, before making a certain action that happens. At the moment, recently, I've been drawing some kind of comic, and I have to imagine how it would go, how I want the character to look, what position do I want it. For example, if I were to take a character as basic as can be and wanted to shoot something with a gun, then maybe I'd point a gun like this and make a different pose for it. Now, this is only positioning. Sometimes concept art, when I want to make a character, I go and take many body types. From big chested ones to maybe something more slim, and maybe even things out of the ordinary, like someone with 2 arms added on top of it. Well, this type of art, this type of thing is very simple. Sometimes it's about the clothings. Sometimes you want to balance out certain clothings to a certain side of the character. I will give an example. Let's say I want to make a character that lives in the desert. Now, the most characters I've seen live in the desert, if the camera would focus, thank you, is wearing some kind of cape. But maybe, like here, I'd want it to go to a side and not dead in the center, like if I were to go like this. There is more style in the one that goes to the side than to the center, because you'd expect a cape to be worn to the center and not worn on one side. But it can't just be that. Let's say on the left arm, I want to equip something else on the character to balance out to the other side to make up for the big cape. Maybe I want something like just a bandage, or maybe I'd want a bigger pack of bandage attached on the arm to the other side. Art can be interpreted in many things, and a lot of the time we'll need preparations or concept. That's because we cannot imagine a thing into action or immobile just out of the blue. We do need to see something to make sure that it's correct, that it balances out right, that it looks okay, or even great for all I know. And this is why art is so important. If we didn't have concept art in the middle of all of it, most of the characters, places, and other concepts like objects and vehicles in movies, cartoons, comics, or anything of the kind would probably not look as good. Thank you for listening.